I welcome you in the second lecture on functional analysis. In the earlier lecture, we have defined what is Banach space. You recall what is Banach space? Banach space is complete non-linear space. So it is complete metric space and linear space. Complete non-linear space. You can remember the abbreviation CNLS. NLS is the abbreviation which we will be using for non-linear space. So what is Banach space? CNLS, complete non-linear space. You note that Banach space is everything. Everything means it is group, it is ring, it is linear space or vector space, it is non-linear space, it is non-linear space. And as we have proved, every non-linear space, it is metric space. Further, it is complete metric space. What is complete metric space? In complete metric space, every Cauchy sequence is convergent. There are some other equivalent definitions of complete metric space, but you remember that Banach space is non-linear space and complete metric space. So whatever properties we know for vector spaces, whatever properties we know for non-linear spaces and for metric spaces, those we can use for Banach space. We will see standard examples of Banach spaces in this lecture. Ideally, if you want to prove that some set equipped with norm and metric is Banach space, you need to prove or verify that it is linear space, it is non-linear space, it is metric space, and finally it is complete metric space. But the standard practice that we will be following is this: if we want to prove that some set is Banach space, then first we will prove that it is norm-linear space. So we will have to verify four properties of norm. Which are four properties of norm? First property is norm of every vector is non-negative. For every x belongs to n, where n is a norm-linear space. Here we are taking n norm as a norm-linear space. Second property is that norm of vector is 0 if and only if x is equal to 0. Third property, norm of alpha x is equal to mod alpha norm x. This holds for every vector x in n and for every scalar alpha. So scalar means real or complex numbers, R or C. Remember, throughout this course, we'll be dealing with non-linear spaces. Scalars will mean either real numbers or complex numbers. And fourth property is triangle inequality. Norm of x plus y is less equal to norm x plus norm y. This holds for all vectors xy belongs to n. This is first step. Second step, every norm linear space is metric space. So all properties for metric will obviously be satisfied by the metric D defined on n as dx phi is equal to norm x minus phi. In second step, we have to prove that metric space ND is complete. That is, every Cauchy sequence in metric space ND is convergent. This is what we have to do. So, remember two steps. Two steps for what? For any structure which is to be proved as Banach space. In first step, verify first four properties of norm, and in second step, prove that the associated metric with this norm is a complete metric space, or it is complete in the sense that every Cauchy sequence is convergent. So we will see some standard examples of Banach spaces. You have to refer to textbook for some details. The textbook for our recommended course is Introduction to Topology and Modern Analysis by G.F. Simmons, and most of the topics that I will be teaching is in accordance with our prescribed textbook. Let us see first example of Banach space. Standard examples of Banach spaces. First example is R. R is a vector space over R. You note that R we are taking as vector space over field R of real numbers with usual addition and scalar multiplication. What is norm on R? We will take norm on R as norm of x is equal to mod x. Norm is function from R to R, and norm on x is defined as norm of x is equal to mod x. We want to prove that R is Banach space. So in first step, you will have to verify four properties of norm, which I have told you. Let us revise them. First step, we have to prove that norm of every vector is 0. Second, norm of vector is 0 if and only if x is equal to 0. Third step, norm of alpha x, alpha is in this case real number. norm of alpha x is equal to mod alpha norm x. Fourth property, norm of x plus y is less equal to norm of x plus norm of y. You can easily verify these properties for the norm which we have defined. Second step, we have to prove that R equipped with the Euclidean metric dxy is equal to norm x minus y, which equals to, in this case, mod x minus y, is complete metric space. You note that RD is metric space as it is non-linear space. So what is second step? To prove that RD, this ordered pair or this structure RD, is a metric space and it is a complete metric space. Means you have to prove that every Cauchy sequence in R is convergent. The detailed steps are provided in the notes. In any analysis book, you will find proof of this. So you have to refer to the notes for detailed proof. Remember the outline. R is Banach space, and in order to verify or prove that R is Banach space, we have to prove 4 properties of norm, and in second step we have to verify that it is a complete metric space. So this is our first example of Banach space. Second example is C. C denotes set of complex numbers. What is norm defined on C? It is function from C to R defined by norm of Z equal to mod of Z. It denotes the modulus of complex number Z. It is equal to square root of x square plus y square, where Z is the complex number represented in the form x plus iy, where x and y are real numbers. This will give a metric D on set of complex numbers C. The metric will be D of, say, x and y. Better let me use D of Z1 and Z2, and it will be norm of Z1 minus Z2, where Z1 and Z2 are complex numbers. Again, this is Banach space. You note that C is also a vector space over itself. From field theory, you must be knowing that any field is vector space over itself. In fact, if F is subfield of E, then E is vector space over F, and dimension of E over F is denoted by this symbol. This symbol denotes the dimension of field E over F. So C is subfield of itself, just as R is subfield of itself, and C is vector space over itself. The dimension of C over C is obviously 1, or dimension of R over R is also 1. So the standard outline which I have given for you is this. If you want to prove that C is Banach space, we must prove 4 properties of norm, and in the second step you have to verify that metric induced by it is also a complete metric space. So if you want to prove that C is Banach space, what you must do? Prove 4 properties of norm and prove that it is complete metric space. R is Banach space, C is Banach space. Then so are Rn and Cn. On Rn, we have 3 standard norms. Third example of Banach space is Rn. On Rn, there are 3 standard norms. These are called sum norm, sup norm, and Euclidean norm. These 3 norms are equivalent, and if you prove property for one of the norm, then the similar properties will hold for other norms and for other metrics also. So I repeat, on Rn, 3 standard norms: sum norm, sup norm, and Euclidean norm. Accordingly, we will have 3 metric spaces on Rn: sum metric, sup metric, and Euclidean metric. As I mentioned, these are equivalent. Topologically, these are equivalent norms. For our course, we will take Euclidean norm or Euclidean metric as standard norm and metric on Rn. The similar properties will hold for other 2 norms and metrics. So we will study only Euclidean norm and Euclidean metric on Rn. Rn is vector space over R, and it is Banach space. The question is with respect to which norm? It is Banach space with respect to Euclidean norm and Euclidean metric. But as these are equivalent metrics, it is also Banach space with these 2 norms and these 2 metrics. So let us define norm on Rn. It is Euclidean norm. What is Rn? It is set of all n tuples where each of the coordinate is real number. Xi is real number for I is equal to 1 to n. On Rn, the norm or Euclidean norm is defined as norm of x is equal to square root of x1 square plus x2 square plus xn square, where x is a vector or n tuple x1, x2, xn in R. By vectors, we mean any element of vector space Rn. And what is scalar? Scalar in this case is real number. This norm will give a metric dx pi as norm of x minus pi, and it will be equal to, in summation notation, mod xi minus pi square and square root of the whole expression, where x and y are vectors, x and y are vectors x1, x2, xn, and y is equal to y1, y2, yn. So Rn is also Banach space. Basically Rn is a vector space over R and Rn is Banach space. In order to prove that Rn is Banach space, again you have to prove 4 properties of norm in first step, and in second step you have to prove that Rn is complete. All these detailed proofs you will find in notes, as these properties are based on your earlier knowledge of analysis. We are skipping the detailed proofs. You can find, I have provided them in notes and you can refer to it. Similarly, Cn is Banach space. First you note that Cn is a vector space over field. It is a vector space over field C, and it is also Banach space. What is Banach space? Banach space is a complete norm linear space. It is norm linear space, it is complete metric space. First we will define norm on Cn. Before that, let me recall or let me specify what is Cn. Cn is set of all n tuples of complex numbers, where z1, z2, zn are complex numbers. On Cn, the norm is defined as the Euclidean norm, we may say, from Cn to R as norm of z is equal to square root of mod z1 square plus mod z2 square plus mod zn square, and in short we can write it as, using sigma notation, I is equal to 1 to n mod zi square and square root of all these sums of squares of modulus of each of the coordinate, where z denotes the ordered tuple z1, z2, zn belongs to Cn. This is norm on Cn, and this norm will give us a metric on Cn. dzw is equal to norm of z minus w, which is equal to summation I is equal to 1 to n mod zi minus wi square and square root of whole expression. Cn is also Banach space, and in order to prove that Cn is Banach space, we will have to verify 4 properties of norm on Cn, and also verify that this metric is complete metric by proving that every Cauchy sequence in Cn is convergent. So we have seen 4 standard examples of Banach spaces in this lecture. In next lecture, we will see some more standard examples of Banach spaces. I request all students to verify these results on your own, and for detailed reference I have provided you notes in Google Classroom as well as KTHM e-learning app, and also the dedicated app on functional analysis course. Thank you.